Hey everybody, I'm Matthew the Orange Hatter, and I'm gonna level with you for a second here before I get into this. Ori and the Blind Forest is a really fucking good game. Real fucking good. So, I would recommend playing it first, before maybe looking at this. Because there's gonna be some spoilers, and they're kind of a big deal. Don't worry, just pause the video, I'll wait. I'll just kind of stare at you for a couple of minutes. You know, take your time. I have a serious weakness for atmospheric platforming games, like Limbo or Never Alone or Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet. They all really speak to me really well. Ori and the Blind Forest is a fantastic example of this genre. Beautifully hand-drawn scenery, tight platforming, and a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack come together to one of the best examples of the genre I've ever played. Now, before I get really into the game much, I will say that though I played on a mouse and keyboard, I do feel the game's controls are probably better suited to a controller. I haven't seen the controller controls yet, I haven't really looked, but unless they're really fucked up, it's probably a much smoother experience. But without further ado, let us begin our fancy adventures. Ori and the Blind Forest opens with a leaf being blown off a tree, apparently. Only this leaf glows. It flies through the air with many looming questions in what could be the longest and most pointless scene in the whole game. And then lands to turn into a cat-fox thing. That little white blob, that's you. After getting picked up by the cat from Sonic Adventure, you find yourself in his home, where you go out to forage for food. After a short montage of adorableness, Ori and Big the Cat become fast friends. I know that feeling, I totally do. I mean, I have friends, I hang out all the time. No guys, no, I can't come hang out at your vivacious, beautiful mansions with all of your adorable, beautiful women. I'm too busy making YouTube videos. This phone isn't even on. What am I trying to prove? I'm so lonely. After some time passes, Big the Cat wanders out to forage again for food, as they're running low. And we see here the world has gone all modern FPS on us, gritty and gray-brown. And the ambiguous orange fruit they've been eating has all but vanished. Ah, there's your problem. You see the dark, gloomy atmosphere here? Evil-looking, spiky growths, horrible monsters wandering around, and that sad piano music. Looks like you got yourself a case of the all-consuming darkness. Probably caused by an evil wizard or horrible eldritch abomination. Oh, you just did a crow? Okay. Seems kind of anticlimactic. Don't worry, though. We'll get you a chosen hero of light. It'll clear things up 6 to 8 hours tops. Side effects may include dizziness, rash, obsessive monster slaying, and death. Chosen hero of light is not for everyone. Consult your maternal deity of light before using. Meanwhile, Ori goes out to find food for Big the Cat. Why are these memories playing back? I just saw these. Actually what happened these. It was like a minute ago. I don't... Oh... But don't worry, Ori is apparently right behind you in that one. Money well spent. Actually, you're saved by Deus Ex Machina, and this is where the game actually begins. You're told you must restore the 3 elements by a glowing circle that looks strangely like Navi.
Hey, listen!
See, didn't that sound right? You know, looking at the world we're in, death is probably not that terrible by comparison, but apparently the world needs saving by a tiny glowing white cat, all this according to a tiny ball that shoots super ghost lasers. We save the forest, of course, by restoring 3 elements, which are old familiar favorites: water, wind, and warmth. One of these things is not like the others. One of these things is really weird. The thing that usually makes or breaks one of these kind of platforming games, though, is the movement controls. And fortunately for us, Ori and the Blind Forests are tight. Very tight. The game allows you to change your jump arcs in midair, movement is quick and precise, and the new abilities you gain through the game all seem like worthy upgrades. I found myself using almost all of them pretty regularly throughout my play. The bash is the cream of the crop, though. Using this, you can throw monsters or redirect projectiles, and it's a nice little added boost to your jump. The ability is super fun. Don't hit yourself, don't hit. You're dead. One of the other unique systems brought to play is the ability to create your own checkpoints in the game. This costs your spooky magic points, which are also used by other abilities. While cool and interesting, its cost becomes kind of trivial about middle of the game, and it becomes more of a thing that you just need to do while you progress, or a frustrating thing that you forget to do when you progress and lose an hour like I did. It never gets to the point where it really damages the experience, but it could have been implemented a little bit better. Combat, on the other hand, is a little bit floaty. That is to say, you don't actually target enemies with your
super ghost lasers,
which isn't a problem when you're dealing with a single enemy, but when you're dealing with multiple enemies and you're trying to burn down the biggest threat, it can be a little bit frustrating to have your bolts fly at something completely different. This becomes less and less of an issue later on as your
super ghost lasers
can hit multiple targets and foes with the same shot. But in the mid-game, it can be pretty frustrating. Your adventure will take you on quite a journey through a variety of locations, from windswept valleys to decaying woods to frozen ruins and erupting volcanoes. All of this rendered stunningly in a hand-drawn style. Every piece of this game is gorgeous to take in and look at. Seriously, just fucking look at this. It's damn stunning the amount of visual effort they put into every single frame. Nothing looks out of place, everything flows naturally into itself. You know, come to think of it, Ori kind of reminds me of somebody, but I can't quite picture who it was. It's like there's some sort of mental block there. Let me try. Ugh. The fuck was that? Sorry, I blacked out for a second there. Let's get back to the show. All in all, Ori and the Blind Forest is actually a really good game. It's got some excellent platforming, a solid story to follow, a little bit of floaty combat, but who cares, and the Metroidvania exploration aspects are really well done. It's definitely worth the price of admission for anybody who likes this kind of game. Or, likes games in general because it's really fucking good. Wait. What are you still doing here? Go play Ori and the Blind Forest. Seriously, go do that now. Oh, I get it. You must be still downloading. Well, while that happens, you can pass that agonizing anticipation with some more Orange Hatter. Like and favorite and subscribe if you want to see more good stuff like this. Thanks for watching, and have a great one. Wait. You can see me?